We're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the GME studio, it's Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Are you an entrepreneur who has felt like you were all alone on your business adventure? Well, you're in the right place.
You know, being an entrepreneur can be lonely and challenging at times, looking for people to bounce ideas off of and get feedback.
Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs,
the show designed by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs just like you.
Keep watching for your dose of entrepreneurial fun with the Roving Reporters and, of course, Kim and Carrie.
As we like to say around here, buckle up, Buttercup.
Good morning, entrepreneurs, and welcome to show number 102. I can't believe it's that number still. It's so exciting to be in the triple digits. I am here today with my handsome co-host, Adam Rothenberg, who is the interview king himself. He is a media personality and the creator of the Call Me Adam entertainment platform. Adam, thank you for being here with me today. And sorry, Adam.
That's okay. You're very welcome, Kim. I'm excited to be here and to welcome everybody watching.
Thank you, Adam. And if this is your first time here, let me just say I am Kim White. I am the big mouth around here, I'll say, and the instigator of a lot of hot messness on the show. I'll just say that. But I am the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business team and community. And don't tempt me to be fierce today, Adam.
And I never have to tempt you to be fierce. You got that every day.
I love it.
Because I don't think people realize it's capital FIERCE when it comes to Kim.
It is, and rightfully so. Let's just say that out of the gate. We want to bring a little spicy today. I do have some fun things along the way. Can I say that we want to do? But Adam, I think we should head right into the fun of where we live is what I think.
Yes, but I think before we go into Entrepreneurland, Kim, I do want to remind everybody that this show is for you if you are looking to grab ideas and see how you can implement them in your business. And that can be whether you are just starting your business or if you've been in business for a long time. We are so happy you are with us this morning.
Love it, Adam. Thank you for keeping me on track.
And now we can head into Entrepreneurland.
Perfect. I think Entrepreneurland is the land we live in, Adam. That's what I'm going to say. And today's theme, which I am very excited about, is courage to test, practice, and listen. I want to give a little bit of a heads up with this I think it takes courage to test out what your ideas are. It takes courage to practice what you're wanting to do for business. And it takes even more courage to actually listen. Because if you're not listening, you're not doing research and development in the right way. And listening is really important. So I love this theme today and this topic. Just saying.
I'm excited for today's show, Kim, and this topic because I feel like I have been spending the past few years practicing so many things and getting them to where I want them to be. I spend a lot of time listening to what you say, what my fellow entrepreneurs have to say, and then test things as I start them.
Love it. And let us just say this, we are on the wrong part of the set, but that is just because we had something coming up and we are learning this new layout. We're learning how the studio works right now. So we just want to say that out loud. Y'all just bear with us because we might be all over the place today.
Well, why don't we go into the GME Chronicles and see all the amazing things that our fellow masterminders have been up to. But we do want to let everybody know about the GME Chronicles, that it's not that we're bragging about, look at all the things we got done. We want you to be able to get inspired and grab ideas as to what's possible in your business. So that is what we hope your takeaway is from it. And just remember that while we may be throwing out some big numbers during the GME Chronicles, we all started at 0 and we went from there. So everything I guess really everything started at 1, Kim, right? Because it's the first show. So is that starting at 0 or is that starting at 1?
I love this. We'll have to contemplate that, Adam. We'll have to marinate and think about that.
Okay. We'll marinate in it during the Chronicles.
Okay.
Thank you, Kim and team. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. My name is Jill Olish, and we have some updates for you today, March 28th, 2025. The GME Chronicles is a celebration of moving the needle in our businesses, and we want to share these numbers out loud with you, not to show off, but to show what's possible when we come together in business. Last week included 4 Pilates classes with Kat. She also held the Keep It Movin' 11-minute fitness challenge over the course of 5 days. Linda and I hosted the 100th episode celebration for Mucked Up My Self-Care podcast. I also hosted the Mom Outspoken Village Gathering. My Sexy Business held Kitchen to Kitchen, rounds 30 and 31 of Fire Up Mastermind, 2 sessions of Showtime Mastermind, and 1 session of Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. Kat posted 1 new blog, the 11-minute Fitness Revolution, No Excuses Workout for Busy Schedules. Adam posted 1 new interview with Keitha Gentis, and My Sexy Business posted 1 new blog, How to Scale Your Business the Smart Way. My Sexy Business also went live with show number 101 of Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you're never missing an upcoming show or clips. 5 new podcast episodes dropped last week. Go give them a listen. We had Sisters in Service with episode 187, Mucked Up My Self-Care with episode 100, 5 and 15 Interviews Leadership Series with episode 57, Late Bloomer Living with episode 224, and Buckets and Boom Gates with episode 94. On Clubhouse, Adam and Kim hosted the My Sexy Business Not Creepy Room on Wednesday, and on Thursday we held the 28th Walk and Talk with the Community. You can connect with the Roving Reporters through the GME directory. Head over to mysexybusiness.com/GME to connect with everyone there. Last week's numbers of 28 brings our grand total to 6,342 amazing things done collectively by this community in just 3 years and counting. We look forward to more updates coming up next week. If you are ready to join in on the fun around here, you can find us coming up at the Age Agitators Club Gathering with Yvonne, the My Sexy Business Community Paint, Crochet, and Quilt Party, and you can always join the community in the Clubhouse audio app, at the Buckets and Boom Gates Studio, at Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, the Walk and Talk, Kitchen to Kitchen, and wherever you're watching now at Good Morning Entrepreneurs. For more information and upcoming events, you can head over to our events page at mysexybusiness.com/events. Back to you in the GME studio.
It
Love
just
it.
amazes me, Adam.
It is. It is. Well, cheers to those numbers. Oh, this way. Cheers.
I know. I'm like, wait. We might be a little awkward with that, Adam. I'm just going to say.
We might. Well, I just want to say big congratulations to everybody on all of the great work that you have done. Keep it up. It's very inspiring to see.
It's very exciting. And congratulations to everyone who was represented in the Chronicles, because I do think a lot of times we as entrepreneurs just forget to celebrate some things. Adam, I'm going to say we're not going to forget to celebrate this, though. We might have a little something.
I'm so excited.
We want to honor one of our own, we'll call it, one of our production team, one of our community members who is amazing. What else should we say about her, Adam, before we tell who it is?
Oh, before we tell who it is, she is one of the funniest, kindest, and I mean, for me personally, most knowledgeable people that I know.
For sure. Well, let's just go ahead and throw this out there because it is Denise Millet's birthday this week.
Happy birthday!
So we love our Denise Millet.
We do. Happy birthday, Denise.
Happy birthday, Denise.
Okay, now back to regularly scheduled programming. Not really. We've got something. I'm going to share something, and Jill, you can stay up here if you want to for this part. So I'm not going to cry. I'm determined not to cry today, but I am going to tell you that today is something very special to me. It's a personal thing, but it's very special to me. And I'm going to say one of the fears that a parent has is that when a child passes, that they will be forgotten. So I am telling you out loud, I am sharing something today because I will not let that happen. I celebrated 13 birthdays with this sweet boy, and I have been missing him for 24 more birthdays. So I just want to give a quick thing to all the parents who understand that fear, that this is Justin Andrew, and I love you, Justin. And I know he's not here now, but I am just putting it out there. He's not forgotten. So thank you for indulging me on today, but today is his actual birthday. So it means a lot to me that I get to share that with y'all. So,
Happy birthday in heaven.
that's right.
Yes.
That's
Happy
right.
heavenly birthday, Justin.
Yes. So there's my little share, y'all. I didn't even tell this beautiful crew of ours what I was doing, but I am grateful for being surrounded by amazing humans today because I do miss him terribly.
Well, we're happy to be in company of you today on the show. And I'm going to go back to the green room so I can push buttons for you guys.
Yes, we are definitely here for you, Kim.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And somebody else who is here for us is the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado. And I am so excited for her segment coming up on health and wellness for entrepreneurs. Because, are you going to say something?
Well, I was going to say, Adam, before we go there, though, I would really like to talk about the summit really quick.
Oh, yes, please.
Because the summit's coming up, and Jill and Kat are the leaders of that roundtable. And so I would love to throw up that graphic. And I'm seeing in the green room the face. If we don't have it, I might have it, Jill.
Oh, here it comes.
There it comes. Good job, Jill. We have changed everything. Let's just take a second and acknowledge this. We have changed so much in the studio. We've redecorated, we'll call it. Yeah. And it takes a lot of different button pushing than it had for the first 100 shows. So Jill is quite a trooper. She's behind the scenes, like pushing many buttons. Let's just say that, many buttons. But this summit is something that is important, and it's coming up April 16th. So we're only a couple weeks out from the actual summit. It's a roundtable style. Kat and Jill are the leaders of it, and it's really important that people understand, if they're starting a business, some of that behind the scenes things. And that's what the theme is for this summit, is behind the scenes of entrepreneur life. So if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, if you already are and you're finding it hard to find someone who understands what you're going through, come and check it out, because they're going to be sharing some pretty amazing things.
And you can take part in the conversation, because if depending on the platform you're watching it on, like if you're wherever you're watching GME, that's where you can watch the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit. We have the live chat feature, so you'll be able to ask questions, give commentary, and participate in the conversation as well. So you won't just be sitting there watching, you can be an active participant too. And we would love that, because we will be keeping our eyes out for those comments and questions.
Good job, Adam. Thank you.
And we do also just need to mention one other thing about the summit, because her segment is coming up in this portion of the show as well, is Yvonne Marchese is going to be co-emceeing the summit with you, Kim.
She is. We are quite the salty and spicy pair when it comes to doing things. So we have a lot of fun, and we hope you all have fun with us.
Well said.
Let's head over to our Cat Corchado segment, because I think this one is a really good one. Adam, did you want to kind of frame it in any way? Because the topic is choosing fitness or business.
Yes, I absolutely love what Kat has to say in this video. And I don't want to give too much away before watching it, but I just do love how Kat talks about listening to your body, but you have to hear the specifics for that. That's not enough for you to just say, oh, I'll see you later, I got what I needed. And I'm very excited for what else she includes in this video, especially also how she talks about putting things on your calendar, which is something, Kim, you have been talking to me about for so long. And I am finally getting into the habit of putting things on my calendar. It's a slow process, but the way Kat talks about it and frames it is wonderful. And I feel like it's something that I'm actually maybe able to follow. So if I could master it with fitness, then maybe I can take it into other aspects of my life.
I love it. Well, over to you, Kat Corchado. Kat, can you share with us how you balance your personal fitness and health goals with the demands of running a business?
Oh, sure. I can tell you that it's different day to day. And I think because I'm in the fitness business, that it's easier for it to be front of mind for me. But I also know that certain days I'm like, oh, I've got to get my workout in. And other days it's all about business. And our bodies speak to us all the time. We just have to listen. When you've been sitting too long, what are the symptoms? What does your body feel like? Because that's what my body goes through. So I think it's just difficult. It has to be on your calendar. And when it's time to stop, you stop. It doesn't have to look like fitness. It could be just movement, such as dancing, such as walking around your apartment, your house, going up and down the stairs, doing some squats, sitting down, standing up for a minute or whatever that is. I always have a list of things that I want to do. And I always look at my calendar and I see where the gaps are. And I'm like, oh, I can fit in this right here, just like you would do with your business. Oh, I have an hour here. I can fit something there. Not only just your business, but your fitness in there, because I think that's really important. And it's where entrepreneurs make the mistake of feeling like they have to choose one or the other. No, you can do both. So is it hard for me? It's hard for everybody, including myself. But I make it front of mind so that my body is able to do those marathon days that I have sometimes without feeling the effects of it in my body.
Love it.
Yes. Thank goodness for Kat and those marathon days.
Oh my goodness, yes. Because I think as an entrepreneur, a business owner, if you haven't had a marathon day, don't worry, you will. Where it seems like every deadline is the same time or whatever it is. You've got, a lot more clients all at once that you have to, onboard or whatever it is. There are marathon days in business. And Kat's right. If we don't have our health and our fitness in line, how will we make it through that, Adam?
Yes, exactly. And the way that Kat itemized out things that you could do that are alternates to fitness, like dance and something else. Somebody else who gives us a great list of ways to re-energize our bodies is I'm going to hold that thought for a second.
Hold that thought, Adam. I need to share how you can get to Kat.
Yes.
Because Kat actually is very generous, and she actually gives a week of her SS Pilates, which we affectionately call the Yacht Club, but it's a place that if you go to smallspacepilates.com, she will give you a free week to come and work out with her. I work out with her 2 or 3 times a week, and it's absolutely amazing how much my health has changed because of that. So she's got this page. I'm hoping I'm showing it, Adam. I'm hoping it's live. Okay. But this is where you go, smallspacepilates.com, and then you go into SS Pilates, and you can sign up right here for a week free to work out with Kat, which is amazing. Kat's a movement specialist. She's not your average trainer. She's somebody who can really help get you results for your health. So now, Adam, charge ahead.
So somebody else who gives a great list of things that you can do to re-energize yourself is our next roving reporter, Yvonne Marchese, who talks about disrupting your day with play. And my favorite part about what Yvonne has to say is that you can use things that you already have. What those things are, you'll have to stick around and watch Yvonne's video for.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Yvonne Marchese coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I'm your resident age agitator, here to talk about later in life entrepreneurship. We talked about the benefits of play last week, and this week I want to talk about a couple of ways that you can incorporate more play into your day. I'm here to encourage you to disrupt your day with play. There's a little bit of preparation that goes into being able to do this. I want you to set aside some time to make a list of things that make you feel good, give you energy, make you feel joyful. They should be free, and they should be quick things that you can do. Here's a couple of examples. You can take a moment to stretch, or maybe jump up and down and get your blood flow going. You can turn on your favorite hype song and dance like nobody's watching. Just breathe deeply for 10 seconds. Send a silly text message to somebody you love or a thank you note. Draw some doodles with no pressure for them to be any good. So once you've got your list, you've got it. And whenever you feel tired, overwhelmed, stressed out, take a moment. Give yourself 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 if you really need it, and do one of these activities. You will be able to come back to your tasks with more focus and energy. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
She's so fun.
Oh my God, so much fun. Do you think, actually, Kim, you could handle the rest of the show? Because I have to go set aside that time to disrupt my day with play.
Adam, you have to stay here and play first.
Okay. Well, I already know what I'm going to do after the show today. And I am definitely going to stretch to get myself a little rejuvenated. And I like the idea of putting on your hype song, which we actually do. That's something we do every week before we start the show, is we play what we call our on-ramping song or our walk-on song to get ourselves even more hyped up than we already are.
I love it. And Adam, I think that this is one of those things that it's like really important to say out loud, is that when you're thinking about play, Yvonne has a saying about play is serious business. And I think she's so right, because she's changed my mind about how I look at things with play. Her podcast, let me just say this, I'm encouraged always by her podcast, which is Late Bloomer Living Podcast. Jill, you're doing a great job. Don't get frustrated. But the podcast is really it's a good place to go and listen. If you're wanting some play and you don't really know how to put it in your day, go listen to the podcast, because she's got 200 and I don't even know, 225, 200 and something episodes that you can go through and find all kinds of examples of people who are like us. We're figuring things out. We're figuring stuff out as we go along.
Yes, we are. And somebody else who helps us figure things out is our next roving reporter, Jill Olish. And I'm very excited for her segment, because I feel like so far we've been talking about different ways to listen to your body. And one of the things I love about Jill's upcoming segment is what she has to say about listening to your body, but it's in a different realm than what Kat and Yvonne have been talking about. And if you want to know what that realm is, you have to stick around to watch the video.
Thanks, Kim. What is a way that I or you can unstick yourself? It's very funny, this word, because I don't know how to say it. Unstuck, unstick. My friend Linda Bonney and I, who's a roving reporter also, she and I have a podcast together where we say, unstuck your muck. And we have mucked up self-care. There's things that we get stuck in. So what is a way that we can unstick ourselves? And a lot of times for me, that's a reset. Sometimes it will be, I need a nap and I will get unstuck. Sometimes it's a need to do a brain dump, as you can call it, just where I'm getting all of my thoughts out, unpack my backpack of thoughts and just let it all be on paper. Sometimes it's to get out and do some self-care and see if I can get a little bit more of that energy back, that pep in my step. So there's definitely some different ways that we each are able to do that. And we want to make sure we're including that in our days, because, hey, entrepreneurship is hard. Motherhood is hard. And sometimes we just need that disruptor to get us out of a funk or to get us unstuck in our day. Back to you in the GME studio.
I don't know about you, Adam, but I've been stuck plenty of times in my lifetime, and I have had plenty of things happen that, like, I get unstuck and then I get stuck again. So I get it.
Yes, I'm with you on that, Kim. And one of my favorite activities to do is to take a nap. So I love that is what Jill spoke about as a way to help you get unstuck, because I would say 90% of the time feel refreshed after my nap, and I'm able to tackle things that I feel like I couldn't do before.
Well, I want to go really quickly to the cover art for Jill's podcast, because Jill and Bobby, her husband, I'm so sorry. Let me start over, because I'm giggling. I'm like, did I just call Bobby a different name? But I didn't. Sorry. I'm like, oh. We're a little bit busy around here in the studio today, so let me just say that. But Bobby, Jill's husband, the right name, and Jill have a podcast where they share a lot of details about the journey they've been through for postpartum depression and rage and different things, but it's really good because it's got clips from Jill's book, which is called Mama Outspoken. The podcast is called Mama Outspoken Podcast. And it just, Adam, I have to say, Jill has taken the opportunity to be vulnerable and help other moms in a way that most of us don't want to be that vulnerable because it's scary. And she has the courage to actually do that. And she listens to other moms and helps them. So
yes. And if you want real vulnerability from Jill, not only the podcast, but her book, as Kim mentioned, Mama Outspoken, is one of the most vulnerable reads I have experienced. So I cannot recommend her book enough.
Well, connect with Jillo. We'll just say that, connect and check her out because it's important. It's important for mamas to know they're not in that alone. And
Yes.
even the dads can connect also because of Bobby. So.
Yes. And I think it's great that Bobby is part of Jill's podcast to give his perspective on things. And I love how Jill incorporated Bobby's perspective into her book as well. So as you're reading it, you get, I feel like, behind the scenes of what Bobby was thinking throughout Jill's journey. So.
And I have to ask everybody watching a favor. Please don't tell Bobby I thought I got his name wrong. I don't know why that struck me, and it was like, oh my goodness.
Do you know why?
No, Bobby will.
Do you know why that happened? Because you know how you just mentioned there are certain days that are marathon days. Well, today here in the My Sexy Business community, it is a marathon day, and even though it's only 7 a.m, you have been running since 3:30 in the morning, and that is why.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you for understanding. And y'all don't tell Bobby because we love Bobby.
Exactly.
Well, you are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs, blunders and bloopers and all. This is show number 102. And we're so glad you're here with us today. We're glad you're here with us every week. It has been an honor to have been here this long, and it's an honor to be back today. Adam, I feel like this is such a great, it's just a great space for all of us to connect. I do want to mention again, we say it multiple times and we intentionally say it repeatedly in case someone's tuning in late or has to leave early, whichever. But the Roving Reporters are very much amazing humans and available to connect. I want to encourage everyone who has not already connected, go and connect with them. We have a Roving Reporters directory. It is on mysexybusiness.com. There's other instructions in the show that you can go and connect with them. But go to the GME. Go to GME on that page. Good Morning Entrepreneurs, by the way. And go to the directory and connect. I think it's really important.
It is. We love connecting with you. And also we want to remind everybody, if you are just tuning in, that today's theme is courage to test, practice, and listen. So that is what we are connecting all of the dots to.
You're sure trying, Adam, on this marathon day.
Well, one other part of the show that I absolutely love, and like Kat would say, I love all the parts of the show, but one of my favorite parts of the show is the question of the week that we get from viewers just like you. So this week's question is, what if I failed at business before? Should I ever try again? Kim, what do you think?
Oh my goodness. I do not think that failing at business is anything out of the ordinary. Let me say that, because it takes a minute to understand business. It takes a fat minute sometimes, if you're like me, and it's taken me a while to get. It's only taken me 42 years to be an overnight success. Let me say that. I have had plenty of failings and successes over that time. And I think when you're looking at what you're doing, look at it from the bigger picture of, what is your other thing you want to do? If you want to start a business because you want the freedom, which is why I love business, then keep trying. having the courage, we'll go back to the theme, Adam, keep having the courage to try, to test, to practice, to be okay with stumbling, and listen to what people are asking you for, because you may be one step away from the most success you've ever had in your life. So don't quit.
Kim, I agree with everything you're saying. And I truly feel like my podcast is an example of that test practice, because before it became my podcast, I was trying it out as a live interview show in New York City. And due to circumstances beyond my control, it did not work out as a live monthly interview show. But I loved the idea of it and the concept of it, that over a few years following that, I was able to morph it into my podcast. And it's only because I don't like saying I failed the live show, but the live show didn't work out. So because that didn't work out, it allowed me to look at other options of how I could still do what I wanted to do. And my podcast was born from that. So I would just say, like you said, if something doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that's it. You can't do anything with it again. It may become something else that you never even thought of. And that's what happened with me. So.
And Adam's podcast has had over, is it 44 or 45,000 downloads so far?
Over 44,000 downloads so far.
It's pretty amazing for something that was not intentional at first. Like, it was a shift. So that's pretty amazing. I also want to give a little warning about something else that people try to do that makes them fail at business, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when you try to scale something that's a mess still. You haven't worked out how to do something well enough and you try to scale it too soon. It can actually cause you to fail. And I think that is a really important caution thing to say about it. We did put out a blog this week, which falls right into line with this. Of the blog is, the how to scale your business the smart way. It is hard to hold back when you want to scale right now. But the problem with scaling is, if you've got a mess in any way and you scale it, then you have a bigger mess and a bigger financial burden and a bigger time suck and a bigger all the things. So yes, it can be bigger success when you scale at the right time, but if you scale too soon, it will most likely cause you to fail, and that's heartbreaking to me.
Yes, definitely. That's why you always say we don't scale mess around here.
We do not. We try not to. I don't know if ever they would believe us right now on GME. Like, we're okay with messy, though. Let's be very clear about that. We want you guys to see, who are watching, we want you to see some of our messiness, because that gives you courage, I hope, to try also. We are not perfect, nor will we ever be. And we don't want to hide it or pretend like we don't have messy bits. We're trying new layouts right now. We're doing things in a completely different way. And I have to brag on Jill to have the courage to do these things, because the bottom line is she's learning some things that she has not done before. And she's doing them in a way she has not done things. So let's just stop and give a shout out to our Jillo, that she is doing a great job. That's right, Adam. She's doing a great job of practicing right now and having the courage. And I love that. I love that we can say that out loud and be an example and show someone you can still have a very successful show and have some messy things going on.
Yes, exactly. And somebody else, and I know I'm not supposed to introduce my own segment, Kim, but I just feel like I have to say this before we go into it. Somebody else who took a lot of courage is Dan Watt, who I recently got to interview. He is the producer of the Emmy award-winning documentary Everybody Dance, and at age 45, he left his corporate job to start his own independent production company to produce documentary movies. And I love this next clip that we're going to share from my interview with him, because it really talks to the concept of don't count me out just because I'm somebody of a certain age. You were producing your theatrical shows, and then at the age of 45, you decided to segue from producing theatrical shows to film. What made you want to switch genres at that point?
So I thought either I would start over and, okay, let's just start from A again. And I thought, so I just trusted my gut and I took the leap, and I went to 2 interviews. My first interview was at the Dr. Phil show. And it was for someone to organize travel, but I thought I would get my foot in the door. And I go to Dr. Phil. I'm 45, been around a while. And this 22-year-old girl goes, well, you have no experience on television. I said, well, I brought in dancers from Russia. You don't think I can get a mom and a daughter fighting from Kansas? And so they didn't hire me, and that was it. This 22-year-old just said no. Well, then I went to Columbia Pictures, and I met with this guy by the name of Doug, who was running it. And he said, well, Dan, you have an extensive resume. You've done a lot. Are you sure you want to start at the beginning again in film and television? Because what you'll have to do is learn how we do it. He said, you have all the information and the knowledge of how to produce, but in film and television, we do it this way. At Columbia Pictures, we do it this way. And I said, yes, I just want to get my foot in the door. So they hired me. So for your audience to know, look at the difference.
So the difference between somebody understanding you don't have exactly what they're looking for, but you have these other skills that can do the same thing. It's not, yes, it wasn't in film and television, but you did the responsibility. And here, the other person has the understanding that you don't have the film and television work, but you do have the skills needed to do the job. And that's why you're just as qualified as somebody who worked in the industry.
I love this series of clips, Adam, from your interview with Dan. I will say that this, to me, I've watched the movie that he produced. The ultimate part of this interview is about that. It is so good, and he has such a way of inspiring others to look at things in a different way. So I'm so glad that he didn't stop, because a lot of times when we're doing something or we feel counted out, we stop trying.
Yes.
So I appreciate that he didn't stop trying, and I appreciate all the work that you have done to bring us entrepreneurs in entertainment, this whole segment, because there's a lot of things that people don't realize. The entertainment world has so many entrepreneurs in it.
Yes.
So Adam, I want to just give a quick shout out to, if you want to watch the whole interview with Dan, it is on your entertainment platform called Call Me Adam. That is part of what is so amazing about you, is you just give and give and give, Adam, and you take care of those who are part of your community.
Thank you, Kim. I really do. I really care about everybody that I interview, and I just want them to feel comfortable and at ease when they do an interview with me.
Well, I love it. And I am going to share, hopefully I share it right, but I am going to share a quick thing about the movie that Dan did, because I want to make a point really quickly. And hopefully, there it is. I want to make the point about this particular thing is that 22-year-old that dismissed Dan had no idea that he would go on to get Emmys. I feel like that is something, when you're thinking about your business and you're feeling counted out in some way or dismissed in some way, what is going to come about if you don't quit? Because Dan didn't quit, and look where he is now. Look what he's done to open the mind of people with his documentary, Everybody Dance. It's amazing, Adam. And you facilitated that interview going out to the ethers.
Mhm. Yes. I mean, it's incredible that he's gone on to be an Emmy Award winner. He was on the Kelly Clarkson show talking about the documentary. I mean, he's been everywhere. He's now on GME. And it's true. You just never know where somebody's going to go. And I believe you have said in the past, be careful who you dismiss, because you could be dismissing the wrong person.
I think that's a classic case right there, Adam.
Mhm. Yes.
That is definitely. Well, I am very excited because I know that you have a few more things you're going to bring from Dan over the next few weeks. So stay tuned. That's what I'm going to say. Stay tuned. If you want to watch the whole interview, go to callmeadam.com. But if you want to see the bougie clips, we'll call them, Adam, stay tuned, and we'll be back next week for that.
Yes. And somebody else that you should listen to as well is the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado. And we are getting ready to go into her Military Minute segment, which I'm very excited about, because this week she talks about strength in leadership and how it's important to be open to new ideas. It is such a great segment that I can't wait to watch it again.
Your leadership and your strength are awe-inspiring. I would love to know where you draw from on the inside of you, because I know that you are a decorated veteran. You are amazing as a human, as a veteran, as a business owner. Where does that strength come from for your leadership?
I believe that it's going through the hard things, whether it's raising children or being in the military and being a single parent. Those things build a sort of inner strength in yourself. And as you get older, what I've realized is that I really like me. I'm like, wow, okay, I really like who I am. You get to a point where it's okay to disagree with someone. You don't have to prove that you're right. You just have this calm about yourself. And if someone disagrees with me, I will say, wow, I see your point. And they may change my mind about something. Like, okay, wow, I didn't see it from that point of view. It's not being afraid of voicing your opinion and understanding that everyone sees things differently. Don't be afraid to adopt a new way of seeing something, because it's going to help you grow as a person and also as an entrepreneur.
I love that. Love Kat Corchado.
I do too, and I think how powerful she is with all that she has to say, Adam. She has inspired us. Like, her Sisters in Service podcast is for military families and veterans and active duty, for military brats. I love when she says that, because she said she was a military brat. But I will say she's inspired us for another podcast, the Buckets and Boomgates podcast. She has inspired. I'm missing Adam. She has inspired us for the podcast Buckets and Boomgates. Jill and I do this podcast, and it's about courage that we're going to be talking about coming up. But we just did an episode on about borrowing confidence. And I think that when you are nervous about failing at something, sometimes we have to borrow confidence from someone else who believes in us. And so I want to just give a quick shout out that if you are struggling, still feeling like you're scared to try again, or scared to even practice things, go and listen to that episode, because you can borrow confidence from others around you if you set yourself up in the right way, and it will help with that. Because Kat is she's just a living example of being a bad A. I don't cuss, y'all, so she's just a bad A in general. So, There you go, Adam.
Yes, she is. I mean, if Julie Andrews can borrow confidence from Sunshine, then we certainly can borrow confidence from somebody else. And if you've seen The Sound of Music, you'll get that reference.
I love it. Adam is full of all kinds of references.
Yes, yes.
But can I brag on you for a second? And we're going to go into our next segment because, Adam, I know that you are past 1.6 million visitors for your website just in the last couple of years. And a lot of that has to do with following the advice, very sound advice from our Denise Millet. She is our findability queen. And I think whenever you're talking SEO and you're talking keywords and you're talking website-y stuff, it can be very intimidating. But she helped you walk step by step through those things and look at your success because of that. So let's head over and hear what she has to say for us today. So why do keywords matter for SEO?
Keywords matter because they tie your content to a theme or a main idea that is desirable for a searching person. And they are the exact link to that person when they're typing into a search engine. So they are pivotal in getting someone to connect with your content.
So where do I put keywords for the best results?
For the best results, you want to have them in the title of your piece, your webpage, your blog, your podcast. And you want to have them in the beginning part of your description so that will show on the search engine itself when it's delivered. And then you want to have a lot of content with synonyms and other things that are not exactly the same word, but they will support it as important. Then there's also on your images, you can put some keyword descriptions in there.
I just have to say, Kim, that I listened to Denise's tips, especially from this video that she has been telling me, and it is because of the way that I use keywords now that has really helped me become more findable online. So if you are struggling with why aren't people finding me online, I encourage you to go back not only and watch this video again, but also go to Denise's YouTube page, because she is on there and she's giving all sorts of great tips on how to become more findable online. You can find her on YouTube at Findability Queen. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe to her channel so you get the notifications when she releases a new video. And if you don't see a video there, but you have a question, you can leave a question for Denise to answer and she'll answer it for you. And the great thing was, one time I had a question, I went to her YouTube page and there was already a video there for it. So definitely take the time to look around and you will find what you're looking for.
I agree. And Jill, can you put that back up in the big screen for us? I just want to make sure everybody can see how to go there. There you go. Thank you. She actually created this channel for the purpose of helping everybody with the SEO things. Findability is the first step to SEO she talks about. But Adam, you're exactly right. She's got so many videos. I think she's probably crossed over 300 now videos that answer questions that you may have about that. So love this. Thank you, Jill, for putting that up there. And I think that is it truly is an amazing thing she's doing for everyone. So thank you, Denise Millet, and y'all go connect with her.
Yes. And somebody else that we love connecting with, who is also full of great information in a fun way, is our lovely, wonderful Donna Bender. And the thing I love about Donna is that she really helps you discover how you can stay your clients at the forefront of their mind and how you can increase your business through giving. But she does it through really fun ways, as you will see in just a moment. I don't want to say much more than that. So I think we should play the video.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is on why celebrating your clients on wacky holidays is a winning strategy. Sunday's Easter, and I'm here dressed as your friendly neighborhood Easter bunny to share a little secret that is a winning strategy in the way you connect with your clients. Why wait for the big end of the year holidays when every day could be special? Imagine the surprise and delight on your clients' faces when they receive a card or a small gift of appreciation on National Donut Day, or maybe even International Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's unexpected, memorable, and fun. You see, when you celebrate these quirky and wacky holidays, your gifts and messages won't just be another drop in the ocean of holiday greetings. They'll stand out, make your clients feel truly special and valued. And in the world of marketing, a positive customer experience and making someone feel unique is vital to building long-lasting relationships. This isn't just about being different, although I'm not sure how many people would dress up like the Easter Bunny to make a point. It's a strategic move. By choosing these unconventional moments to show appreciation, you're not only building stronger, more personal relationships with your clients, but you're setting yourself apart from the competition. It's a win-win. So let's make every day a reason to celebrate and create moments of joy and connection on different wacky holidays throughout the year. Because in the end, it's those unexpected surprises that delight your clients and build long-lasting relationships that keep them coming back for more. Back to you, Kim and Gary.
Love it.
I love it too. And I just have to say, Donna gives so many great tips. And of course, you don't have to dress up like a rabbit to get your client's attention, but she has this amazing show on YouTube called The Big Show and Tell. And if you didn't get to watch this month, it just aired on Tuesday. So if you didn't get to watch it on Tuesday, you can go to her YouTube channel, which is at Donna Bender Giving. And you can watch the replay there. And she gives all sorts of great ideas and tips of how you can reach out to your clients to make them feel valued and special. And Kim is going to show us right now.
I was going to say, am I sharing my screen, Adam?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So Donna is at Donna Bender Giving, like Adam just said. I would definitely go and subscribe, but these are the funny ones that I can show you right out of the gate. She's done the Easter Bunny. She's done a leprechaun. She's done all these different characters to make it so fun. You can go and check out all the different shows at the playlist. She's also got tons of super popular, videos and shorts and things. She is doing her utmost to help all of us learn how to get big marketing results. And she does it in such a fun way with all the costumes. So we want to say that real quick. And Adam, I'm calling an audible, just so you know, because we are going to get out on time. We're going to have to skip Princess Speak. So we'll roll Princess Speak to next week, y'all. But thank you for watching today. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for all the things that you encourage us and support us with. Keep sending your questions. We hope that you get big results with your marketing, with your website, with all the things that we're talking about today. But we love y'all, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.